This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Regina League.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Good Neighbor Podcast. I have with us this morning Lauren Evans. She's the Executive Director of Beds for Kids. Hello, Lauren, and welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So I was listening to the TV one morning before work, and I heard this commercial for Bed for Kids, and I'm like, okay, what is this? So I Googled it, and, I'm excited for you to share a little bit about you guys. So let's dive in. Tell us, what is Beds for Kids?
Yeah, so Beds for Kids is a furniture bank based here in Charlotte. And our mission is to provide beds and essential furniture to children and their families in need. So we operate in Mecklenburg and Cabarrus counties. And a furniture bank is exactly what it sounds like. It's similar to a food bank. We take gently used furniture, make sure that it is in great condition, and then we serve to families all throughout the week. So 5 days a week. So we're serving around 30 to 35 families a week.
Oh, wow. So how does the family get selected or get this opportunity for them?
Great question. So we work with 75 different agencies across Charlotte, across Mecklenburg and Cabarrus counties. The largest agencies that we work with are Charlotte Mecklenburg Schools, Congregations for Kids, DSS, Youth Family Services, organizations like that. And so those organizations are walking alongside those families, making sure that they're getting all the resources that they need. And when they find out that, a child is sleeping on the floor, or a parent is sleeping on the floor, or, they need a sofa, kitchen tables and chairs, dressers, things of that nature, then they're able to put that referral in on behalf of the family to Beds for Kids. And then we take it from there. So we work with the family to make sure that we understand their needs, make sure that we understand how many beds they need. Do they need that sofa? Do they need a dresser? Do they need a lamp? Things of that nature. And then we make sure that they're going to be home on the day of their delivery. And then we actually have 7 trucks, and we will deliver it to the family.
Wow. So when I first heard about you, I was assuming that we are donating our pre-owned beds. I heard you say in good shape, but are there other businesses that support you guys? How does it work?
Yeah. So I always like to put it into 3 buckets. The one bucket the way we receive furniture is from the community. So you could donate a used sofa, an upholstered chair, a dresser, nightstand, end table, TV stand, kitchen table and chairs. We're not just beds. It's our one qualifier for service. So in order to receive furniture and beds from Beds for Kids, you just need to have a child under age 18 in your home who needs a bed. And then your agency that you're working with can reach out and put in a referral. We're called Beds for Kids, but we do, on average 20 to 25 units of furniture for every single delivery that we're sending out. So you could say, hey, Lauren, I've got a dresser. I've got 2 twin beds. I've got a TV stand. And we would say, okay, great. That's wonderful, Regina. Thanks so much for supporting us. We will come and pick that up from you. So our trucks go out a couple times a week to pick up throughout the community. Another way is we receive furniture from furniture companies. So one of our founding partners was Ashley Furniture. They're a wonderful supporter of ours still to this day, 14 years later. We also have worked with Article, Rooms to Go, Riverside Furniture, Furnitureland South, really any furniture company that is not going to use the furniture and going to send it to the landfill or send it to a liquidator. We ask that they think about Beds for Kids first. And then the third way that we find furniture is from colleges, universities, hotels, anybody that is, any organization or a large high rise that's getting ready to get, toss or donate or, throw away any dorm furniture or any furniture at hotels. We'll ask that they send that our way, and then we'll come pick it up, or we'll drop a 53-footer and have them load it up for us, and then we'll bring it back to our warehouse.
Wow, I wish I'd known this, because I just downsized and had stuff. I think we all think of certain avenues to get rid of furniture. So do you ask to see photographs of the furniture so that you know if it's what you need and in the right kind of
Yes.
shape? Okay.
Yes. So anyone who's listening right now who wants to donate their furniture can email info at bedsforkids.org, and just send pictures in of the items that you wish to donate. I do like to note that all mattresses, we ask that it's under 8 years of age with no visible tears or stains. And then when it comes to sofas or upholstery, we just ask that, there's no pet hair on it. It's cleaned and ready to go. No rips, tears, or stains on that as well. But so you'll send that in. Our team will say, hey, that's great. Yeah. Or, we're actually not looking for that right now. But yeah, we pride ourselves on getting back to people pretty quickly.
Well, 35 families a week. That's a lot of volume you do. So I assume you got some big warehouse and all your trucks there. And tell us about your staff. Is this volunteer based? Do you have regular folks?
So we have 12 full-time staff. Because yes, you're right. Last year alone, we
Lot.
did 1,406 deliveries. So we could not do it with just the 12 staff, though. We do also have around 3,000 volunteers that come in and day out, and will help us by being in the warehouse. They'll also go out on deliveries and deliver directly to families. I started as a volunteer back in 2020, and I know I'm biased, but I do think we have one of the best volunteer experiences in Charlotte, because you get to go out and actually see the people that you're serving, your neighbors. So I think it's a pretty powerful experience. So I encourage people to come join us on that. But yeah, so we have 12 people who day in and day out, this is all they do. They run after the mission at Beds for Kids. And I'm really proud of everything that we do here, every single day. And I mentioned that we served over 1,400 families last year. That translates to almost 4,000 beds and over 31,000 units of furniture. So yes, we have 2 warehouses. We have a 17,000 square foot warehouse space that's in Charlotte, and then we have a 35,000 square foot space in Statesville. And they're pretty full of furniture.
What's the backstory on this organization? How did it get started? Is there people that there's a story about?
Yes. So Beds for Kids started at the end of 2010, beginning of 2011. We had 3 founders, Tim Rowley, Brandon Holmes, and Daniel Fogarty. Tim and his wife had a sofa. They really wanted to get this sofa to a family in need. They didn't want to just, drop it off and hope that it got there. They wanted to identify the family. So they were working with a group, and they found a family, and Tim went in to go measure for the sofa to make sure that it would fit in the home. And when he got to the home, it was empty. There was nothing in the home. And so he was asking, okay, well, where's the beds? Where's your bed, to the mother? And she was like, no, we don't have anything. And so, we always say that's the first Beds for Kids delivery, because it was where the idea was born for it. But Tim got back in his car and he just thought,
wow,
okay, I've got to do something here. It was a really powerful moment. So then he started asking a lot of questions in the community and saying, hey, who's doing this? He went to Charlotte Family Housing, and who's one of our partners. And they said, yeah, there's not really anything that's doing it the way that you're describing. And so he knew that he had to get help and had to start this. So then he brought along Daniel and Brandon, who are all 3 of them are incredible advocates of our organization to this day. And we're just so lucky that they said yes and wanted to get this started. But so it started in someone's garage, and then it moved into a storage unit. Then we had our first warehouse on South Tryon Street, which is about 9,000 square feet. And then in 2021, we moved into our space now that's about 17,000 square feet. But I mean, there's just such a need for beds and furniture in our community. And it's a term called furniture poverty. And not many people think about it because it's behind closed doors. You're not looking inside your neighbor's home. You may think just because they have a house that they've got all they need. And that's just not the case.
Wow. Yeah. That just is an eye opener for me. Wish I'd known. My goodness. So what are some of the things you guys need and ways people can give and support you guys?
Great question. I always say, like, I would love for anyone to join the Beds for Kids family in any way that they want to join. So that could be coming to the warehouse to volunteer in the warehouse and clean furniture and get ready for deliveries, or hop on a truck and go out on a delivery and serve our neighbors. It can be donating your furniture. We can come pick it up. We are happy for that to be the way that you contribute. And then if you feel so called to give to us financially, we of course will always accept financial donations to help us further the mission of Beds for Kids. So we're always open to that. But any of those three ways, or if there's another way you want to join us on this journey, we're always happy to have more supporters at Beds for Kids.
I love it. So tell our listeners how to find you, how to reach out.
Yeah. So if you go to bedsforkids.org, so that's bedsforkids.org, you can get in touch with us via our contact us form. And we are in the warehouse Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4, if you ever want to drop off your furniture.
And what's typical turnaround, if they want to donate and it meets your specifications for it to be picked up? Let's say someone's moving or that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you for asking. That's about a week. So if we receive it on a Monday, we're probably looking at, hey, we could squeeze it in on a Friday, but we'll try to probably get to them by that next Monday or Tuesday.
Gotcha. Very reasonable. Lauren, thank you. What an amazing organization. I'm so glad we were able to chat today and share all of this.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpsouthcharlotte.com. That's gnpsouthcharlotte.com, or call 980-351-5719.